Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? A gracious good morning to you, good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do, and you know why I do it. It is Monday morning. It is December 22nd. We're getting closer to Christmas, folks. I hope you're all prepared. I am definitely not. Nothing is wrapped. I do have gifts. Nothing is wrapped. My room is a hot mess because I've been doing t-shirt orders. Uh, My house is a shambles, pretty much. I'll be house sitting so my sister can enjoy her trip to Italy. Uh, she hasn't been in a couple of years. I owe her this. This is my gift to her. Um, yeah, there's a lot going on, and I am deep in thought as I go into the new year, and it's thought about me, myself, and I, because that is the only individual that I have control over, right? But I've given you a preface to some of the things that I am going to change up, uh, and I've answered a bunch of questions. And let me see what else is going on here. See, it's like I haven't had a clear linear thought in a couple of days because I've been so busy, just kind of being goofy throughout the day because I don't have clear linear thought. If you know me, you know that's not me. Anywho, let me just get to some of the things that I've been seeing and been wanting to say so I can go into the new year with a clean slate. I'm watching some of you sisters, and I'm saying this with love because I've been there, done that, have the battle scars to prove it. And I'm talking to the legitimate community. And if you don't know that phrase, I use it often. It's the LBGTQ. Now we have IA on that community. Legitimate. It just sounds so French and so fancy. Okay, but I digress. You ladies are talking about the dating scene. And as one sister put it, the pool has excrement, I'll put it like that, in it. And, sis, and all the other sisters who think like this, for me to you with love, seriously. There's no malice in this comment. Now I know I'm going to get some feedback, but I want to put it out there. You guys are playing a form of roulette with who you are, your essence, your gift. I hear by way of this medium, a lot of you, bypassing a lot of steps in relationship and then expecting relationship. Some of you are hitting the sheets before you even hit the streets. And by that I mean getting to know somebody. And if that's your primary reason for being in a dating pool, God bless you, sisters. You're exposing yourself to a lot. For a while I lived through the 80s at the height of the AIDS epidemic. And I lost a lot of people. And I know the transmission rate, female to female, is very rare. very low, has not been really fully scientifically proven. But there's going to be that one case, or that second case, that third case. And for me, the bigger factor is that people don't even consider is the HPV virus, the human papilloma virus. That has a whole different effect on folks. Yeah, look it up, do your research. I need you guys to read this. I could tell you about it, but just like AIDS education, that doesn't seem to do too much until you do the research. So I'm going to tell you guys to look that up. The other thing is, again, many of you are bypassing a whole lot of steps, because if you listen to a person long enough, they'll tell you about themselves. And I need to say, not too long ago, I got done up, emotionally beat up by a very, very complicated individual. And I don't want to give him a DSM-5 diagnosis, but yeah, they definitely had one. Now, I tell him myself, I've got issues with jealousy because I've never had an individual that valued my loyalty or my trust. See, I know that about me now, so I'm always looking for the aha moment until I feel comfortable and I can let my guard down. And in doing so, that's how I got done up. But I'm not afraid to let my guard down. I have anger issues. I grew up in a house of horrific domestic violence. And I'm not going to let you play in my face. See, when you start lying and the math ain't mathing, baby, I'm looking at you. I have to say that. And I most likely won't say anything until I can show my work. But again, let's get back to the fact I'm not going to let you play in my face. I'm not going to go for the old tropes. If you love someone, you'll do X, Y, Z. No, I loved you from the gate, and you didn't feel that was valuable enough to work on, so you did what you did. Okay, here's the receipts. See, I did the math, and I even put on a tip on the receipt. The tip is, don't play in my face. The tip is, I'm gone, I'm out. The tip is, I wish you well in your next endeavor. Hopefully you learn from this, but most likely you didn't, because it's a pattern of behavior. And I've called it out. You told me that you're not willing to do anything to it, so the tip is, see you when I see you. Do the math and a lot of stuff. Show your work. Don't skip the steps. Pay attention. Talk on the phone a little longer. Have that first meet in a public place. Maybe have that first meet and bring a friend. And tell that individual you bring in a friend. Sometimes I override my gut, but my system and checks and balances is my sister there's a Justin Bieber song, My Mama Don't Like You and She Likes Everyone. That's my sister. That's my barometer for life. We all have that trusted friend. And my point is, bottom line is, that's how you build a relationship. Having that trusted friend first and foremost. You build on that level of connection. And again, a lot of us are hitting the sheets before we hit the streets and get that tried and true, that ride or die.